Hi, and welcome back. So today we have a very cool review of a retro computer that is pretty cool. It's the Commodore SX-64 executive computer. This thing is really cool. It's a portable version of the Commodore 64. It basically is a Commodore 64 in a portable box. I'm going to show you all around it, give you a whole tour of it, what it looks like, all the features. But this was considered the executive version. Now this is actually a piece of history. This is the first ever color portable computer of any kind. And it came out in 1980. I believe this one came out in 1984. And I love it. I love the idea that it's portable. I love the idea that it's a Commodore 64, which, I mean, there are tons of games. Even today, every year they're making, games, still making games for the Commodore 64. It's still an active community. I mean, there's nothing to me. I grew up with the Commodore 64. I did not have one of these growing up. Always did want one. And the games are fantastic. They are bring back memories. Now, this, when it retailed originally, was $995. And today they're not super easy to find, at least not complete and working. One of the things that is very often missing is this, which is the keyboard cable. And this is, I mean, everything. You can't hook up the keyboard without this cable. So the way that this works, let me just show you some more views of it. So it's basically a very large, box. I mean, it's huge, okay? And the way it works is you can, this handle can lock into place, and it's a stand. Okay, and then this front comes off. The front is your keyboard, and then you have your monitor, you have your floppy drive, okay, you have storage for discs, and if you put them in sideways, I'll show you. If you put them in sideways, they do fit fine, as you saw. In here, I'm going to get you closer. So in here, you have controls for the monitor, volume, and then monitor controls. And then also in here, right here, is a reset, but only for the floppy. There's no way to reset the actual computer, which is kind of, you have to turn it off, turn it on. But it resets the floppy if there's an error. The monitor is 5-inch. It's actually incredibly crisp and clear. It's actually really, really nice display. You can't hook it up externally. I'll show you the ports on the back. So another thing that happens often with these is on the handle, there are supposed to be little blue discs. Now I actually have, let me get it and I'll show you in here somewhere. I think I put it back in. Yep, there, I hear it. I hear it. Let's get it out of here. Okay, so I'll show you. So I actually have one of them, okay? And it has little marks for the settings of the stand, and it just goes on with double-sided tape, basically right like this. And that's how it would go, right? But I unfortunately don't have the other one. I didn't lose it. This is how I got it, with this one off and missing the other one. Obviously I'm going to keep this, but I've ordered they 3D print, people 3D print those. I've ordered replacements. I don't have them yet, but when I do, I'm going to do a video of what they look like, how they are, put them on. So that's one thing that's pretty common. So I'm going to turn the camera here and give you kind of machine. So, okay, so on the top is a cartridge slot. Okay, you can, it does use cartridges, and the cartridges load instantly. The floppy drive is famous for being super duper slow, but the cartridge loads instantly games. You turn it on with the cartridge in and you're good to go. Actually, let me put the camera down and put the handle down so we can show you the back easier. Okay. Okay, so on the back, we have 2 joystick ports. For some reason, controller 2 is first. I don't know why. They're regular standard Atari jacks. You can use Atari controllers with this. I'm going to be doing a bunch of reviews on different controllers. Here is a video port where you can plug a cable into here, and I'll going to be showing that as well. And the other end of it is like RCA jacks, okay, component video. Here is a serial connector. Here is your user port. There are peripherals you can connect here, your power, a big fuse, which is so old school, and then the power switch, which is the only way to reset it or turn it on and off. There's your label on the back. I mean, so this thing is pretty good. And mine, I think, is in pretty good condition comparatively. I mean, it's not overly beat up. It's really nice. So that's basically, you know, the ports and how it looks around. So let's get back, and I'm gonna flip the camera around and I'll boot it up and show you. Okay, so let's flip this around here. Okay, let me get this a little bit like that, and okay, let me stand it back up and I'll hook it up real quick. Won't take long. Keyboard cable, which plugs in. The problem with the keyboard cable, the reason why it's unique, so this is where it plugs in the cable, and it's not, you would think, oh, not that big a deal. The problem is this is what you need to plug into the computer end. This is cracked here, but it works perfectly because it fits up into underneath the computer, and that's the issue. Now, I did just recently watch a YouTube video where a guy, he said he 3D printed the ends, and then used a piece of wire, and he made one of these, but they don't make replacements of these. I mean, there is no option that I've found. You can't get these. So that's why if you get one, this is really important. So let's put this in. Okay, let's put this in, and then I'll boot it up and I will show it to you. I don't have any software at the moment to run, but I'll get it booted up and show you. It uses a regular power plug like any computer has used for, you know, decades. So let me just put this in. Oh, and by the way, so they call it portable. As I said, this weighs 25 pounds, 10.5 kilograms. It's heavy. It's a heavy machine. So let me, okay. So a lot of people store the keyboard cable in here. There is a bag, which I'm working on getting, I don't have, that Velcros around here, and you can put discs in or your accessories, whatever have you. So there's the computer and the keyboard hooked up with the cable. This is up under here is where it's difficult. And when I flip it on, I'm going to show you. I power it on, and it's coming on. And there you go. How quick is that for a quick boot? Those scrolling is not the screen. What you see is the refresh rate being reflected in my camera. The screen is crisp, clean, gorgeous. I mean, it's incredibly beautiful screen. So that rolling is not indicative of what you see. It's labeled here, storage in this area. Now, this is the SX-64. There was advertising material at the time that there was a DX64, which had dual floppy drives. It was never released, doesn't exist. People have subsequently modified these to put a second drive. It's not necessary for me, but I mean, everything on mine works. The keyboard works really good. A lot of times the keyboards are not responsive or they stick. This one's been cleaned, not by me, by the person I got it from. It's great. It's a great little computer. I really like it. Let me just, okay. Now, so yeah, this computer is really cool. I'm going to be demoing a lot of cool stuff in upcoming videos. I will be demoing software, the sound. This has the SID chip in it. It has sound synthesis, which is, at the time, was revolutionary and still is fantastic. It sounds great. It's really, really cool. So thanks for everyone who has subscribed to my channel. If you haven't, you definitely want to click subscribe if you're interested in this, because I have a lot of videos coming up for this particular computer. I'm going to be doing a install video of Jiffy DOS. Okay, Jiffy DOS is, so this disk is notoriously, because of some sort of an error they found pre-production in all Commodore 64s and the 1541 drive, they had to make a modification in the kernel, which changed the way it reads the drive, and it's like ultra slow. I mean, anyone who's used a Commodore 64, which again, essentially this is, will know games take minutes to load, 2-3 minutes. So Jiffy DOS is a replacement kernel both for the drive and the computer, and in this case, they both go in here with a toggle switch, and you can flip between the Jiffy DOS, which loads in a different way, much faster. The Jiffy DOS also has quick commands you can use. It's nice, and you can also flip it and go back to the stock original DOS. So I'll be doing an install video of that. I'm going to be doing reviews of various controllers for this, and I will show them in game with games. What else? There's a cartridge I'm going to be reviewing called Kung Fu Flash, which is a really cool accessory. What else? All kinds of, I'll be reviewing the little caps, putting them on, what they look like, the 3D printed versions, if the blue matches on the ones I got. A lot of things. I can't even remember them all, but a lot of videos for this. So definitely make sure you subscribe, like, thumbs up, share, comment. I reply to all comments. And yeah, look forward to more videos about my Commodore SX-64 and maybe various games, accessories, cartridges, install videos. Yeah, I got a lot planned. So stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.